Hey, what's up? It's Comic95 the Savior, and for this video I will be making a list of my top 10 most favorite snacks in Japan. I tried my best to stick to snacks that are not necessarily exclusive to Japan, but not things that I can commonly buy in the US. So I avoided things like Oreos. I accidentally bought a box of these cheese Ritz crackers, which we don't, to my knowledge, sell full-size cheese Ritz. Like, you can buy the little minis, but I've never seen like the full sandwich sized crackers like this. They might have them now, but they did not when I first came to Japan. It didn't exist in the US, and when I bought them back for my friends and family, they love these. I love them too, but that's another story. So anyway, things like this will be left out of the video. I will stick to so-called Japanese snacks that I personally really love here in Japan, and I'm pretty sure that you will too. Just want to give you guys an idea as to the stuff that I do eat. Obviously this is going to be junk food. I'm not going to be including things like fruit. These are all store-bought items that are, you know, factory made snacks. Everyone has different tastes, so a lot of the things that I like, you may like. You might also not like a lot of the things that I do like. This is my preference, my opinion on what are the best snacks here for me. So yeah, I'm leaving out things like Snickers, Kit Kats, American Candy, Hershey's, Reese's. We're not going to mention those things. Those are cheats. Those are basically things from my home country. Yes, there's other flavors, etc., but that's all a whole nother story. So let's go ahead and get started. Number 1, Almond Peak Candy. These little candies are super good. They're chocolate covered almonds, but unlike the regular chocolate covered almonds, these are like thin almonds. They're like cut, and I wouldn't even say half, kind of like a quarter piece. They're really yummy, and I honestly crave these during that time of the month. TMI, but I'm just telling you, these are actually kind of difficult to find, so they shouldn't have made it to this video because you cannot buy these everywhere, but my grocery store actually sells them and keeps them in stock. They were being sold for almost a year at the convenience store, and then they suddenly pulled them off the shelf, put them on clearance, and no longer carry them. So I don't know what that's all about, but 7-Eleven introduced me to them, but now they no longer sell them, at least not here in Osaka. Maybe in Tokyo they do. Now the only place I can find them is at the Gourmet City grocery store here in Osaka. So yeah, that's that. Number 2, rice crackers. There's 2 different brands that I really like, or shall I say 2 different styles. I like these soft sand rice crackers, as they call them, which they're not quite exactly soft at all. They're pretty hard, loud, and crunchy, but soft in comparison to other hard rice crackers, which can be much more rougher and crunchier. And then these are also my favorite. These aren't one specific kind though. There's a variety of different like mini rice cracker pieces. This one is actually a lot more tasty than the other one. So yeah, these are my favorite rice crackers. I actually did not used to like rice crackers when I first came here, but now I crave them. And once again, TMI, I find that I crave them during that time of the month. When it is that time of the month for me, TMI, but saying it again anyway, I like a mix of both sweet and salty things. So like chocolate covered nuts, don't be nasty people, are generally some of my favorite type things, which is why I like these chocolate covered almonds. And of course things like chips are something that I crave, but I find that these rice crackers actually make a very good replacement for chips. So yeah, that's my favorite snack. Number 3, Veggie Chips. I really love these little veggie straws that they sell here in Japan. There's different brands that I've bought. Sometimes I buy like actual chips, but I personally prefer the little straws more. I know they sell Veggie Chips in the US. This is, you know, Japanese brand Kalbi or Kelby, however you pronounce it, Kalbi, I believe. So yeah, I really like these. Some of my students actually like these as well. I see them bring them for snack time as well. I said this in another video, but Japanese people do not eat things like Kit Kats and Pocky. That's like a foreigner thing. I've never seen a Japanese person buy a Kit Kat at the store, and I've never seen a Japanese person buy Pocky. Do they do it? Of course, that's why it exists in Japan, but I've never seen it. And kids never bring it for snack. So yeah, just throwing that out there. Number 4, 7-Eleven's chocolate chip cookie. They also sell a caramel cookie too, but I'm keeping it simple. I'm just gonna stick with one cookie, even though I could have mentioned both since I did have 2 different rice crackers. But anyway, 7-Eleven's cookies are super good, especially if you have a toaster oven and you warm them up. They're a little more than $1. It's about $1.20, $1.30 basically. They've gone up in price a little bit since I've come to Japan, but they are still the same formula. They've changed the wrapper, etc. Same formula, same taste. They're super delicious. I love these cookies so much, and it's definitely a nice little treat after a long day of work, or if you need, you know, some type of snacks, some type of sugar while you're at work, because there's always going to be some type of, you know, convenience store, especially at 7-Eleven nearby Keep in mind, this is specifically 7-Eleven's brand of chocolate chip cookies. I do not normally like Japanese chocolate chip cookies. They seem to not know how to bake cookies. It's like anytime they bake pastries, they overcook them. Like, you know how when you're baking, you're supposed to take it out the oven a little bit before it seems to be finished cooking because it's going to continue to cook even afterwards? Well, yeah, it seems like Japanese people did not get that memo because their desserts are almost always burnt if they're baked. But that's another story. Number 5, Belgian Waffles. I have honestly never had a Belgian waffle in my life until I came to Japan, and I'm pretty sure this is a horrible representation of what one is supposed to taste like. But I really like these. I bought this on a whim out of boredom just to try it a few years ago, and I fell in love with it. It has a very strange, interesting taste, and it is delicious. In fact, I want to look on the back of the wrapper right now to see. No, these are a Japanese brand and made in Japan. Like, you know how sometimes stuff is imported? But no, this is Japan's take on it. So yes, definitely not authentic. But long story short, it is a favorite snack of mine. I've actually had students bring this to school a few times. This is really, really good. It does not taste anything like a US waffle, so get the idea of a waffle out of your mind. Because when I first saw this, I was like, who would want to eat a cold waffle? A cold quarter piece of a waffle? Why am I paying for this? Ew. It's delicious. They come in chocolate too. Both of them are really good. But if I recall, I think I like this regular flavor better. So yeah, it's a really good snack. Super cheap, and you can buy it at any grocery store. Convenience stores oftentimes sell them as well. Number 6, corn chips. This reminds me of those like tornado chips they have in the US. I forgot what they were called. Bunions? Something, not bunions. I'm thinking about Funyuns. Bunions would be nasty for a chip name. But that's what these look like though. I forgot the name. Bugles, Buggles, Bugles, whatever you call those chips. That's what these basically taste exactly like. I remember buying these at the Deal's dollar store as a kid, my mom getting those, and those little Andy Caps chips or whatever. I really like them. I sometimes crave these chips. So yeah, these are some of my favorite, one of my favorite snacks in Japan. Just corn chips, nothing fancy. But this is Japan's take on them, Japanese corn chips. They honestly taste the same to me, but I've been in Japan for so long, my taste has changed. For example, Reese's used to be my favorite candy, but every time I've bought myself Reese's from abroad, or have been gifted them, they're too sugary and sweet for me to actually enjoy it anymore. So, and when I've bought things like Oreos back from Japan to the US, my American family and friends are like, ew, these taste like diet Oreos. Like, these are not good. So, I can't taste the difference, so I can't speak on that. So let's move on. Number 7, Custard Cakes. This is actually not my favorite flavor of them. This is the original, well, not original, these are the new flavor. These are basically, how can I put it, close to the original flavor of the normal custard cakes. My favorite is strawberry. They make different flavors pretty much every year, every season. These are, it just says custard cakes. I don't know if it's a new design or what it has going on. Yeah. Anyway, I'm probably not gonna like this new taste, but my favorite one is the strawberry kind, which I guess they only sell it during the winter time for whatever reason. But yeah, I really love the strawberry custard cakes. They're super, super good and addictive. Very good, delicious snack. I first had my first taste and experience of it during Teacher Appreciation Week a couple of years ago, and it instantly became one of my favorite snacks. Number 8, butter cookies. There's lots of different kinds of butter cookies here in Japan, but this is one of my favorites. There's actually another one that's similar to this one, except it's completely round, doesn't have the little hole design in it, and it's flat, no like whatever other little mini circle inside, doesn't have that. They're super, super good, really cheap. These are only 78 cents for the box, and yeah, they're super, super delicious, really cheap, easy to buy. They generally only sell these at the grocery store. I've never seen them at the convenience store for obvious reasons, because it's a good deal. And the box is kind of large. It's a big item to carry. So yeah, I never see people buying these though, but they're delicious to me, and less than $1. You can't beat that. Number 9, brownies. These are really, really delicious. They have a very American-like taste to me. And I first got these brownies when I first came to Osaka. I went to the grocery store there and I saw they had, brownies. And I was like, I haven't had a brownie in a long time. I was craving one. And I didn't normally eat brownies very often in the US, but I did, of course, like them. These are really good and they taste almost like homemade brownies. They're really, really delicious and easy to find. You can buy them, they sell them in like candy bar sizes for about $1 at the convenience store, or you can get them like individually wrapped in like pieces like this. like this bag from your local grocery store. So yeah, I love these brownies here in Japan. And last but not least, this video would not be complete without mentioning my all-time favorite plain potato chip snack here in Japan by the same brand, Calbee, whatever you call it, Calbee, that made the Veggie Chips. These are really, really good, addictive chips. They have the same like US flavor of Lay's, which you can buy Lay's here in Japan, like if you go to a store like Caldi or Koyo grocery store, they sell like the real Lay's. So yeah, these are really, really good. They pretty much taste the same. They're expensive for the bag size, but they're super addictive. And again, it's one of the snacks that I crave during that time of the month. Even although recently I've been pretty good with my cravings. I've been avoiding salty and or chocolatey things during that time. So yeah, those are my 10 favorite snacks. If I were to be totally honest, the things that I eat most often here is definitely the rice crackers. And I would say it used to be the rice crackers and the chips, but as of late, it's probably been rice crackers and 7-Eleven chocolate chip cookies if I have to really choose. 2 Japanese snacks that I have the most often. And if I had to put a third one there, it would definitely be the almond peat candy. This is only in third place because this one's harder to find. I have to go to a very specific grocery store to get these. But yeah, I know that there's probably somewhere I can buy them online, etc. Which, trust me, I don't need any extra chocolate, so I don't need to know where to get them. But I tried finding them on Amazon Japan and I couldn't. Like, I used to be able to buy them there, but they stopped selling them there. So I guess whoever was selling them online must have been getting them through 7-Eleven, who stopped carrying them. So yeah, that's that. I hope you got a little bit of a taste of what I like. And I want to know what your favorite snacks are. So if you're living here in Japan or you've been to Japan before, please, share in the comments what your favorite Japanese snacks are. It's okay if you like things like Pocky and Kit Kat. I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you why I didn't mention those things in this video. I personally do get Kit Kat sometimes. I'm not a fan of Pocky, but I used to buy Pocky when I first came to Japan when I was a college student in Tokyo. So yeah, I want to hear what your favorite snacks are. Do you like any of my snacks on my list? Are they a shared favorite for you? I didn't mention anything like ice creams, etc., which that could be a whole other video on its own. But yeah, let me know, what things do you like. I'll make another video talking about desserts, ice cream, cake, etc. That'll be for a later date. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would also appreciate it if you would follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Comic95. You can also add me on Snapchat at Comic95. Oh, I'm sorry. You can add me on Snapchat at Comic the Savior, not Comic95. At Comic the Savior on Snapchat and Comic95 the Savior on Facebook. You can like my Facebook page. The links for everything are down in the description box below, and I hope you'll check out another video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.